All right, so get ready because today we're going to dig into AI and how it solves something we've all probably tried. Sudoku. You know those 9 by 9 grids? I've spent a lot of time on them, but turns out they're not so easy for computers to figure out.
That's right. Sudoku is surprisingly hard when it comes to AI, even if it looks pretty simple at first glance.
Yeah, I mean, it's just numbers, right?
Right, but think about it. You've got to put numbers in. So every row, every column, A and D, those little 3 by 3 squares all have the digits 1 through 9 with no repeats. The number of ways that could go is just huge. That's what makes it so interesting to code for.
So it's way more than just like trying numbers randomly.
Oh, yeah, way more. The blog post you sent, it talks about using Monte Carlo tree search, MCTS, along with something called a Z3 solver. Sound a bit sci-fi,
A little bit, yeah.
but they're actually pretty cool ideas once you get them. The really neat part is MCTS is known for handling problems where there are tons of possible moves. It's the same tech that kind of changed the game for AI playing Go.
Oh, wow, like the really complex game of Go.
Exactly. But Sudoku, it adds this whole other level of difficulty. It's not just about finding some solution, any solution. It has to be the right solution, one that follows the rules. That's where Z3 comes in.
So let me see if I've got this. It's like MCTS is going crazy fast, trying out tons of moves, and Z3 is like the Sudoku referee, making sure it doesn't break any rules.
Exactly. A perfect partnership. Imagine yourself trying to solve one of these puzzles. You might try putting, say, a 5-foot in a square, see where that gets you, and if it doesn't work, you backtrack and try something else. MCTS, it does this, but like insanely fast.
And here's something I thought was so cool. The blog actually has the code for all this. Like, we can see how the AI thinks. Now, I'm not much of a coder myself, but even I thought it was fascinating to see.
It's like peeking behind the curtain, right? Instead of just getting an answer, we see how it got that answer. Even just a basic visualization can really help you grasp how AI solves stuff.
So let's get into this MCTS in action. The blog talks about simulating tons of Sudoku games. Is the AI like playing against itself to figure it out?
Kinda. It's all about trying a huge number of things and learning as it goes. Imagine the AI makes a move, looks at the board, then makes another move based on that. Some of these simulated games will lead to dead ends, but some will get closer to the solution. The cool part is, MCTS is efficient, it remembers the good paths and focuses there.
Hold on. So it's not just throwing darts at a board with numbers. It's actually learning as it goes, changing its strategy. That's seriously impressive.
Exactly. It's like you said, like trying things out in your head, but way bigger and way faster. And here's where it gets really interesting. This learning from experience, it's got uses way beyond Sudoku. Think logistics, where companies need to find the best delivery routes. Or finance, algorithms making lightning-fast decisions. Those are all about optimization.
Wow. Okay, so we're not just talking games anymore. This has real-world stuff tied to it.
Absolutely. Being able to quickly and efficiently check a huge number of solutions. Super valuable in those fields and more.
I've got to admit, when I first read about this solver, I kind of thought it was like just randomly putting numbers in until it worked. Almost felt like cheating a bit.
Haha. I can see why you'd think that. But understanding what Z3 does is important. It's not random at all. It's making sure that each move MCTS tries actually follows the rules of Sudoku. Think of it as the guardian of the Sudoku universe, keeping everything legit.
Okay, that makes way more sense. Like having a rule book saying, nope, can't put a 5 there. There's already one in that row.
Exactly. Z3 makes sure we get a solution that actually works, not just any old solution. And that's a big deal. It shows that AI isn't just brute forcing its way through. It's about smart strategies combined together to solve problems effectively.
And this is where those visuals we mentioned come in, right? The blog actually shows us these puzzles before and after the AI does its thing.
Yeah. And it's more than just seeing the end result. It's about understanding the process, how it got there. You'll see files with names like initial Sudoku 1.png and so on. These show how the AI tackles each puzzle.
It's like getting a behind-the-scenes look at how the AI thinks. Honestly, this is so cool. I've always loved AI, but to see it working on a puzzle I actually recognize, that's amazing.
It really shows you how powerful these different techniques are when they work together. We might not see every single thought the AI has, but these visuals give us a glimpse into how MCTS and Z3 team up to find a solution.
Okay, so we've got this AI playing tons of games, learning as it goes, and following the rules. But why go through all this for a simple Sudoku? It's not like it's going to change the world, right?
Right. That's where things get really interesting. Sudoku might seem like just a fun little puzzle, but what's happening under the hood, it's got some serious implications.
Okay, now you've got me curious. It's bigger than just those little grids.
Way bigger. Remember how we talked about MCTS? How it's really good at problems with tons of possible solutions? Now think about like logistics companies, how they figure out the best delivery routes, or finance, where algorithms are making super fast decisions. Those are optimization problems at their core. Being able to quickly try a bunch of solutions, super valuable.
So you're saying the same AI that's cracking Sudoku could be optimizing, like a delivery network.
Yeah.
Or even managing investments.
Exactly. And it's not just about finding the best solution right now. MCTS, it learns as it goes. That means it can actually change its strategy based on new info. Really powerful in situations that are always changing.
I'll be honest, this is changing how I think about AI. I always thought it was going to be like robots taking over.
Yeah.
But this is showing me a side that's actually helpful, practical.
It's all about choosing the right tool for the job. And a lot of the time, AI, especially stuff like MCTS, can be that tool. Think about it. AI can help us make sense of huge amounts of data, find the best solutions to really complex problems, even automate stuff that would take us forever to do.
So we've really gotten into MCTS and Z3 with this Sudoku example, but the blog mentions other AI stuff out there that builds on these ideas. Feels like we're just scratching the surface.
Oh, absolutely. We're focused on one application here, but the whole field of AI is always moving, changing. New algorithms, new approaches are being developed all the time, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. The important thing is to get the basic ideas and then see how those ideas can be used in different situations.
So it's like learning a new language, kind of. Once you know the grammar and some vocab, you can start making more complex sentences, saying more interesting things.
Perfect analogy. This deep dive, it's like a taste of that language, a starting point for you to learn more about AI. Who knows what amazing AI-powered solutions you might come up with once you dive deeper.
I've got to say, I am hooked. You made me really want to learn more about this, see what other puzzles AI can figure out. Feels like a whole new world has opened up. But before I get too carried away, let's get back to those visuals. The blog said we can actually see the AI solving the Sudoku. Are those images like snapshots of its thought process?
You got it. Those images, a lot of times they're simple formats like PNG files. They're our peek into what the AI is doing. Now, it's not a full-blown movie of every calculation, but more like keyframes, important moments along the way.
Okay, that makes sense. But what's the point? Is it just cool to look at, or is there more to it than that?
It's definitely cool, I'll give you that. But the real value is in understanding the process. Like, some of these might show you the Sudoku grid at the start, then maybe a few steps later where the AI is filled in some boxes, and then finally the complete solution.
So we see not just the answer, but how it got there.
Exactly. And that how is really important. Did it start in one corner and work across? Did it focus on the hardest parts first? These visuals give us clues about the AI's strategy.
So we're not just checking its work, we're actually learning something about how it solves problems.
You got it. And that's huge, because by understanding the how, we can maybe make the AI even better, use those insights for other problems, or even learn about how we solve puzzles ourselves.
Now that you put it that way, it's not just about Sudoku anymore, is it? It's about understanding problem solving itself.
Now you're thinking like a true AI enthusiast. These visualizations, even though they're simple, they give us a look into how artificial intelligence works. We get to appreciate not just the results, but the whole journey of getting there.
That's pretty profound when you really think about it.
Yeah.
A simple puzzle leading to insights about problem solving in general.
And that's what's so amazing about this field. What seems like a simple game can actually help us understand complex systems, even our own thought processes.
It's kind of mind-blowing, right?
Yeah.
This AI, this whole strategy and rule-following thing, it could be used for so much more than Sudoku. Like, what? Optimizing traffic in a city, or even designing new medicines.
Exactly. And those are just a couple of examples. The big thing to remember is this isn't about AI replacing us. It's about AI giving us new tools. We're still the ones with the creativity, the intuition, understanding the problems we're trying to solve. AI just helps us explore like a million options at once, find stuff we might never have thought of.
This whole deep dive has been eye-opening, really. Started with a puzzle I thought I knew, ended up in this rabbit hole of AI, optimization, the future of, well, everything.
And the best part is, this is just the start. AI is constantly changing. There's always something new happening. Maybe this got you curious, made you want to learn more, see what else is out there. What other puzzles could you solve? What problems could you tackle with AI on your side?
I know I'm feeling inspired, that's for sure. A huge thank you to you for walking us through all this. You've given us a lot to think about. And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on a deep dive. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.